The sky over Outpost Meridian stayed quiet until one dark ship appeared. It was huge. It blocked the stars like a shadow. Commander Arya Vance watched the screen. No escort ships. No warning. Just one vessel, sitting above the colony. A signal came in. Arya pressed the channel open. Unknown ship. Identify yourself. The voice sounded rough and controlled. This is War Commander Rake of the VARRUUN Clade. I request sanctuary. That word felt wrong. The VARRUUN were feared across the galaxy. They were winged predators. Strong, fast, ruthless. Arya narrowed her eyes. Sanctuary from what? RHAIK paused. From ourselves? Later, RHAIK came down alone. Armor on, weapons sealed. But his body looked tired. Dr. Mira Solon studied him closely. You're sick, Rake answered fast. Yes, Arya kept her voice firm. Explain. Rake looked at them both. A bloom fever. It kills adults after full growth. The young survive. But adults fall. Myra swallowed. How long do you have? RHAIK's voice dropped. Less than 1 year. Arya felt her stomach tighten. So why are you here? Rake spoke like it hurt to say it. We must search deep space for a cure. We cannot take our cubs. They will die on the journey. Then he said the truth. You humans, keep the weak alive. You protect the small. You build families. Mira leaned forward. How many cubs? Rake hesitated. 112. The room went silent. Outpost Meridian had only 2,000 people. 112 predator cubs would change everything. Arya stood up straight. We can help. But we set the rules. Rake's eyes stayed sharp. State them. Arya spoke clearly. First, no cages. No labs. They live with families, Mira added. Second, we raise them as children. Not weapons, Arya continued. Third, when you return, you do not take them by force. You meet who they became. If they choose to stay, we talk. Rake was still for a long moment. Then he lowered his head slightly. Agreed? 3 days later, the cubs arrived. They were small. Soft down fur. Eyes still closed. Tiny sounds like little birds. They were not monsters. They were babies. Families across Meridian prepared fast. Heat lamps. Strong cribs. Extra food. Safe rooms. Mira worked non-stop. They will grow fast, she warned. They will be strong before they are wise. Arya nodded. Like toddlers. Just bigger. VARRUUN ship lifted off soon after. Rake watched from the ramp. Do not teach them to hate us, he said. Arya looked up at him. Do not give them a reason. And the ship vanished into deep space. Years passed. The cubs grew into something new. One cub. Kale stood at the school gate. Tall, calm, wearing a worn colony jacket. A human child dropped a lunch tray. Food spilled everywhere. Kale crouched down. His claws moved carefully. He picked up fruit like it could break. You okay? Kale asked. The child stared. You're not scary. Kale gave a small smile. I'm only scary if you hurt my friends. Another cub, Sable, helped at the clinic. Her hands could bend steel, but she learned gentle control. Mira watched her wrap a bandage on a child's knee. You're good at this, Mira said. Sable blinked. You taught me. Myra shook her head. No, you chose it. That was the strange part. They were not being controlled. They were choosing who to be. Then the alarms screamed. Arya ran into command. The sky was full of ships. A whole VARRUUN fleet comm shook. They're calling us, Arya answered. RHAIK's voice came through, colder now. This is High War Commander Rake. We have returned for our young. Arya's jaw tightened. They are not cubs anymore. They are Meridian citizens. Rake replied, Citizenship is a human idea. They belong to the Clade. Arya spoke slowly. Then you will have a problem. The next meeting was tense. VARRUUN officers filled the room, scarred, armored, silent, human. Parents stood behind Arya, not brave. Just ready, the doors opened. Kale walked in first. Now nearly 8 feet tall, clean fur, calm eyes. Behind him came Sable, then Rook, then Nyra. They did not bow. They did not snarl. They stood between humans and VARRUUN, like a shield. Rake stared at them. "Who are these humans to you?" Kale answered without pause. "My family," one officer hissed. "You wear prey cloth. You speak soft. You are weakened." Nyra spoke evenly. "We are not weak. We are trained." RHAIK's eyes narrowed. "And you're Clade." Kale held his ground. "My blood. But blood is not the same as home." An officer stepped forward, furious. "They are corrupted. We take them back and fix them." "No." Silence fell. Rake spoke low. "You refuse your elders?" Kale took a breath. "By old Clade law, a grown one can claim their path. If they prove maturity," murmurs spread. RHAIK studied him. "You know our law?" Kale nodded. "We learned it. We respected it. Now it protects us too." Rake's voice tightened. "You challenge me?" Kale looked back at the humans, then at his pack. "I challenge your right to decide our lives." Rake paused, then he nodded. At dawn, witnessed by law, colony gathered at sunrise. VARRUUN formed a silent ring. Humans stood behind the line. Holding each other close, Kale stepped into the circle. Rake stepped in across from him. Older, faster, heavy with scars. The elder judge spoke. "Combat ends when one yields. Begin." RHAIK struck first. Fast and sharp, Kale did not match power with power. He moved with control. Avoid, redirect, stay calm. He fought to protect, not to destroy. Minutes passed. Rake grew frustrated. Kale kept his focus. Then Kale stepped in close. 2 fingers pressed a nerve point. RHAIK dropped to one knee. Not harmed, just stopped. The crowd froze. Kale did not raise his claws. He offered his hand. Rake looked up, stunned. "You could have ended me," Kale answered simply. "Winning is not the same as destroying." Rake took the hand. Kale helped him stand. Rake spoke quietly. "What are you?" Kale's voice was steady. "A VARRUUN, raised by humans." He added one word. "A protector," the officers argued. Some called it weakness. Some called it impossible. Rake lifted his claw for silence. "We asked humans to keep our cubs alive," he said. "They did." He looked at Kale and the others. "And they made them something new." One officer snarled. "They will weaken the Clade." RHAIK answered coldly. "Or they will save it." Rake turned to Kale. "Prove your way is strength. Not in a ring. Out there," he pointed toward the stars, "I grant you command of 1 war wing, 1 ship. Volunteer crew. 6 cycles." Kale's eyes widened. "You're serious?" Rake nodded. "If you fail, you return to tradition." Kale replied, "And if we succeed?" RHAIK paused. "Then we change." 6 cycles later, Kale stood on a warship bridge, built for predators. "Now run with calm order." Sable called out, "Distress signal. Civilian station. Raiders inbound." Rook checked the map. "Direct assault will destroy the station." Kale spoke firm. "Then we don't do direct assault." He opened a channel. A terrified human face appeared on screen. Kale softened his voice. "My name is Kale. You're going to be okay." "We evacuate first." A VARRUUN officer hesitated. "Evacuate first." Kale looked at him. "We fight so people live. Not so we can say we won." The officer stared for 1 beat, then nodded. Double quotes. "Yes, Commander." When the mission ended, the results shocked the fleet. High survival rates. Low friendly losses. Captured enemies for intelligence. Rake read the reports in silence. Then he looked up at Kale. You did not just command, Rake said. You changed what command means, Kale answered. We learned that from humans. RHAIK's voice went quieter. And humans learned something from you? Kale blinked. What? RHAIK held his gaze. That kindness backed by strength is terrifying. Then Rake bowed his head. Not submission. Recognition. Welcome, Rake said. To the future of the clade, Kale exhaled slowly. Because Meridian did not raise monsters. Meridian raised protectors. And the galaxy would never be the same. Asterisk, asterisk. If you love HFY sci-fi, subscribe to Neon Cub Tales right now. Like this video if you want more savage alien comeback stories. Share it with a friend who loves space, action, and heart. Comment below. Would you raise a predator cub? Yes or no? Subscribe to Neon Cub Tales for the next story.